And we're back. Mark Bryant and Tyler Brown from the Bryant Law Center are here with me, and we're going to continue answering some of those questions that you guys have called in with. Y'all ready?
Sure.
All right.
Born ready.
Always ready. Okay, so we've had a caller call in and say that they'd been pulled over for a traffic violation, and the officer scared them into letting him search the car because he said he would arrest him if not. Is that legal?
Yeah, and it's sad, but the United States Supreme Court allows police to lie to people. And as a result of that, many times people confess to things maybe they didn't even do. I'm reading a book right now about people that ended up in prison over police lying to them about other witnesses against them and making them talk for long periods of time, being interrogated for 10, 12, 14 hours at a time, and then they'll just confess just to get it over with and end up in the penitentiary and they didn't even commit the crimes. So sadly, it is allowed, so the best thing you can do is just if you get in a situation like that and they start asking you questions, just invoke your Fifth Amendment rights and say, you're not going to talk without a lawyer, and then they have to stop talking to you.
Okay. Obviously great advice. So our next caller had been at a party, got really drunk, realized that, pulled over in a parking lot and went to sleep. Their keys were in the ignition. Officer came up and arrested them because they said the keys were in the ignition. So do they have an opportunity to get out of this?
Well, I'll take that one, Rob.
Okay.
As far as getting out of it, now, defense attorney is going to have to look at all the circumstances. You know, one of the key elements that the state's going to have to do to prove that you were driving under the influence is to prove that you that you were operating or had control of the vehicle. So these kind of circumstances have come up in past cases where folks are inside a vehicle, whether it's cold, they've had something to drink after they've got into the vehicle but weren't necessarily in operation or control of it. So it's going to be kind of a finely nuanced question as far as looking at all the circumstances and the evidence that the officer may have against you. So I'm not going to say 100% that there's a way to get out of this quote, but you're going to have to look at the circumstances, and you're going to have to look at what their burden of proof is to prove that you operated the vehicle under the influence. So one of those elements, is that you had operation or control of the vehicle. So really going to have to talk to an attorney, case by case, and look at all the discovery that you have in that case.
So we need more information.
Yes.
Robin, let me say one thing. I'm sad to report that this is the last time we will ever be on Television Lane in Paducah, Kentucky. We've not only my law firm, but when I was Commonwealth's attorney, I was out here all the time, and even before that, as a child with a telethon, I was here all the time. And I just want to thank the Paxtons for what they've done for our community and for this television station. And anyhow, but I do look forward to you being in my neighborhood downtown.
Gotcha. Well, we appreciate you being here. And if you guys would like to revisit this segment of Legal Line, log on to WPSD-local6.com/legalline.
Alrighty, and we have some spotty showers possible this afternoon. Not a whole lot of rain out there today, but tomorrow afternoon looks like kind of the next hot spot as far as shower and thunderstorm chances go. So we'll probably not a washout, but some showers and storms again tomorrow afternoon and evening. Heading into the upcoming weekend, a little bit cooler. Highs will only be in the 60s. It's kind of trending a little cloudier. And I can't rule out a spotty shower even on Saturday or maybe a sprinkle Sunday. So we'll keep an eye on that. Things kind of changing a little bit over the next few days.
All right, thanks, Chip. Thank you for watching.